Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Adrian Somoza and this is Bont. And it's been a minute, that's for sure. But we are back with a Q&A. I asked you for questions on Instagram and there were some questions, so let's go through those right now. First question, are you alive? Yes, I am. Second question, do you have like a consulting service or something of that sort? Answer is we do have. I offer a consulting service. It's a one-to-one session. The duration is 1 hour and the price is $100 per hour per session. And if you guys are interested, you can email me at info.bont@gmail.com and I'm gonna help you set that up. So next question, where were you born? I just watched your video and first thought you're from Russia. I might look like I'm from Russia because of my blondness. No, I'm kidding. I'm not from Russia. I was actually born, funny story, in Africa, in Congo, and no, it's not a joke. My parents were missionaries there, so I was born there, and I was raised there for 4 years, 3-4 years, and then I came back to Argentina, and I'm living here in Argentina since then. So, yeah. Next question, how to develop reasoning and ideation skills. So I'm not sure how to answer the reasoning part because I'm not sure, Imagawa, shout out to you, but I'm not sure what you mean with reasoning, but I guess it's tied to the second part with it, which is ideation skills. So I guess what you're trying to say is like how to develop a mindset where you can come up with ideas and new, like, fresh ideas for your designs. What I would say is that ideation is like 90% about inspiration. You cannot, we don't do things in a vacuum. Like, we don't create things from scratch. We all need to input in order to output. So to be able to find ideas, you need to search for ideas. And I like this quote that says, finding is reserved for those who search. I guess ideation skills would be good finding skills and being able to, like, get inspiration from several sources and being able to transform and combine those sources into a new output. But nothing comes from the top of your mind. Like, now that I've worked in the field of design for 9 years, sometimes I can come up with like ideas from my head because I already did a lot of work in my past. So I have a lot of like a mental catalog of images in my head, and I can reference those, like, ideas that I have in my head much easier than when I started. So when you start, you have to really, like, spend a lot of time looking at designs. I think I've talked enough about that. Next question, favorite inspiration website. I really love Pinterest, to be honest. That's where I spend most of my time, like, browsing images. The first step in creating a new project usually starts with a board in Pinterest, and I start pinning stuff there and, like, trying to figure out the whole, like, aesthetic of the brand and of the project in itself, especially when it's something that is new and doesn't have an art direction, like, previously done. Because if you have an art direction previously done, then you have to follow that, right? But yeah, favorite inspiration website, Pinterest for sure. Next question, the online course is coming. Yes, it's coming. I'm currently working on it, and I'm, like, spending as much time as possible. But yeah, online course is coming. I'm doing a digital art direction course. Thanks so much for everyone who submitted the feedback for the course, for the course, right? Not curse. Thanks so much. It was great to like read everyone's thoughts in what you guys are struggling with, so that I can do something that's really useful for you guys. So hopefully that'll be ready soon. I'm super like sorry, but I'm not sure, and I don't want to promise when it's going to be ready, but look out for it and stay tuned in YouTube and Instagram and my email list, and you will be noticed for sure. Next question, do you have more free time? Are you coming back to YouTube? So evidently I am coming back to YouTube, and I'm hopefully doing more of this Q&As and little videos for you guys, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so now that we're done with the questions on Instagram, we're gonna continue with some questions that I had pinned from your YouTube video, from my YouTube videos in the past that I have never answered before. So finally I'm answering those. Sorry for the delay. One of the questions is, what are your top 10 typefaces? Top 10 typefaces. So it's not like I have a list, but out of my the top of my mind, I can name Helvetica for sure. Like, I think that's a workhorse for me. Helvetica, Arial, Garamond, Baskerville, Times New Roman, Castellon, Futura, Gotham. I think those are like 7 typefaces I use quite often. But nowadays what I'm trying to do is I'm getting into the display typefaces. There's been like a trend where you use a display typeface for like big titles and big numbers and stuff like that, and more of a normal sans serif like Helvetica for paragraphs, buttons, and all that stuff, like the more functional part of the website. So I'm leaning towards that kind of art directions, because I like how display typefaces that are customly designed for big sizes, I like how those display and they really embellish the visuals of the website. I mean, I can also use Helvetica or any of those typefaces I mentioned before in display sizes, but I'm now leaning more towards like customly designed display typefaces. So for example, to name some of those, Maelstrom is one, Og is another one. Those are very trendy right now, but I really like, I think they're really well designed. Love is another typeface that and then there's some those are like paid typefaces, and then there's for free typefaces you can look at Forum. So Fog2 number 5, oh, that's beautiful typeface, and it's free. The regular weight is free. You can find it in dafont.com, believe it or not. Dafont has really good display typefaces, but you have to pick the right ones. But yeah, I think that answers the question. Let's do one more. I think it's gonna be too long otherwise. This last question says, I want to be an art director. What should I be focused on? Like, what should I focus on? And I think that's a great question, and I'm gonna go very deep into that on my online course. But to sum it up, I think there are 2 types of skills. You have hard skills and you have soft skills. And I think hard skills in a way, don't get me wrong, it's not that it's super easy to be like good at design, or to develop your design skills. I'm not saying it's super easy, but if you practice, it's a skill that you can develop like any other skill, and it's quite easy in the sense that you just have to manage your own frustrations when you practice, and you have to be patient with yourself. There's no like human interaction. You can be practicing in your house or whatever. Like it's much easier, I think, to learn than soft skills. Soft skills, I think it's a little bit more difficult to develop, because there's an emotional side of this, and you have to really be able to develop yourself for that, and you have to be able to manage other people, you have to be able to communicate, you have to be able to set up meetings, you have to be able to organize projects, you have to be able to manage expectations from the client, from your colleagues. You have to practice and develop a lot of soft skills. And usually if you have the hard skills, and you've been in a company for enough time that they trust you, they will put you on an art director role eventually, because there's not many people that are like willing to be art directors, or that are like willing and capable and ready. Like that's the but yeah, I would say like focus on yourself. My best advice for this is focus more on yourself and work harder on yourself than you do on your job. If you work harder on yourself, you will eventually be able to be an art director, because you're going to have the character that is needed to lead people. You have to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. So work harder on your communication skills, your skills to empathize with people, to be able to connect emotionally with them and know how they feel. Not only what are they doing and if they are doing it right, but how they feel. Make sure that you are super organized, and that you're able to organize your work and try to like start organizing the work of others if possible. Like try to help your boss or your co-workers like organizing their work as well, and start developing those skills early on. Don't wait for the job, like the role. Don't wait for the agency to like give you the role. Start practicing the skills that you will need early on, no matter what. And if you do that and you work hard on your skills as well, on your hard skills, like technical skills, you will eventually get it. So I think that's enough for today. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thanks so much for the questions. And don't forget that we're offering all sorts of not all sorts of, but if you want to check out our products and tools, we're designing like tools like typographic libraries, the Golden Canon Grid. We're coming up with a new product based on that Canon Grid, so look out for that. And we're gonna develop tools for designers to use and speed up the process of design. So if you want to check out what we have already, you can go to the links below, Gumroad and Creative Market, and we would appreciate your support there. So thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, to give the thumbs up, and to share this video if you found it helpful. And I will see you in the next video. Cheers.